Hello and welcome along to round 3 of the Lotus Cup UK. And this fast looming American style oval circuit of course means we're here at Rockingham. Last time out at Donington Park, Alex Reid made an inspired tyre choice. A change to wets on the green flag lap proved decisive as he was able to lap the field en route to victory. The winner from Snetterton, Adam Gore, had to settle for second place, but he looks very happy in his V6 Exige. The team of Little and Bentley took the production class, but there is little to choose from between them and close rivals Radcliffe and Dunn. So let's take a look at the standings as we head into round 3. Now Ken Savage is sitting pretty at the top of the leaderboard because he's had 2 wins in his class. Adam Gore has enjoyed an exciting start to the season and sits second place on that table. Now if we look a little bit further down in production class, the Radcliffe-Dunn combination have enjoyed 2 second places, which mean they are having a strong start to the season. Now, Ken Savage just finished qualifying. We are standing on the first corner. Now, we've just been talking about this. It really is all about, basically, are you brave enough to go as fast as you can into the first corner? Qualifying in 5th, well, you certainly did a good job. Well, I'm not sure about such a good job. I mean, I was hoping to be on the front row because I was quickest in free practice. But this is a fabulous corner. And it's quite unique, really, certainly in the UK, because you're coming into this corner. And where we're studying now, I'm doing about 124 miles an hour. So you're turning in, and every time you turn in, you're thinking, can I do this flat? Can I do this flat? And you know, in reality, it's a little lift and then back on the power. And it really is a corner for the brave. It certainly is a corner for the brave, but it is a really technical circuit as well. So you've got these really fast, expansive straights, and then you go into corners like Piff Paff. Piff Paff causing a few problems as well. Perhaps not as, as good a qualifying as you'd have liked. You ended up a little bit in the dirt, didn't you? Yeah, not the dirt, the Armco actually. I was being polite. it wasn't quite as dramatic as it sounds, and I got away with just a little bit of fiberglass damage to the car, but I was pushing quite hard. I had heard on the radio I was running 3rd, needed to find a bit of time. The temperature was rising, so it was losing grip. I just lost the back end of the car. I touched the barrier, but I was lucky in that it was minor damage really. That not deterred you at all. Obviously you've qualified in 5th. You've got a good pace out on this circuit, particularly in your car. Absolutely. I think my car has an advantage in this circuit. And a lot of the circuits, the V6s have the advantage. I think because of the tight infield, the 211 has the edge. So it'll be interesting to see how we go in the race. Certainly will be interesting. Well, we'll let you go and prepare for the race. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, Stefan, you went out first in qualifying. Perhaps didn't have the most enjoyable time out in qualifying, but still did some good stuff. Yeah, it was frustrating. I only managed to get 1 flying lap in before the car broke down, had a soft brake pedal and the mounting on the gearbox sheared, so that was end of story for qualifying. But yeah, we're still in the game. We're on the 2nd row, qualified behind my teammate Ryan Savage. So, you know, it's all to play for. It's a long race, 60 minutes. So, you know, just bed ourselves in and hopefully go forward in the race. Definitely. Now, you were fastest out here yesterday, I've been hearing, Mr. Martin Donnelly. We are actually standing on turn 1. Now, this is all about the brave, really, isn't it? You need to get into this corner as fast as you can. I'm assuming that you're not really using your brakes into this corner. Oh, definitely not. But, I mean, it's a fantastic corner. I mean, it gives every driver respects this corner. It's really we actually come out here and stand on the bank and you realize just how steep and how much camber to actually build there and helping the car. But you take this corner with respect. I know it's flat in a little east, but the bigger cars, with the Exige and the likes of, these are going through here. There are a lot of G-force in the car, and again, respect every time. And you come off it quite quickly, gives you carrying your speed down to turn 2, which is one of the key elements to get a good lap in at the end of qualifying. Now, there's obviously lots of really fast straights here, as well as lots of intricate sort of corners, which really do make driving here quite tricky. Now, which is your favourite straight? Because obviously School Straight really does give you a lot of power, and then you've got the Home Straight as well. So on this circuit, because I know a lot of it's quite terrifying, close to the walls, what part of this are you most enjoying driving through? I think, yeah, I think obviously like turn 1, you're coming into, you've got a hard wall, of concrete wall on the outside to meet you if you get it wrong. So I think that's where you get the real sensation of speed, when you're getting close up to that wall and braking down into turn 2. Like in the Little Elise, we're up to about 120 mile an hour into braking, which, you know, is probably one of the fastest of the year, I reckon. And also coming out of Piff Paff, there's a short little straight before Gracelands. That's good. There's you know, is technical G-forces, and it really tests the tyres. It tests your bravery. How early can you get on that gas pedal? Now that is something that's an issue here. Obviously, the pressure on the tyres is more here than at other circuits. So 60 minutes, I know you're sharing the drive today, but 60 minutes, the pressure on the tyres, it's going to be a tough one, isn't it?
Well, you've got to realise, and I've said to him, because he's going to start the race, that he's got to give me a car with good tyres and good brakes. No point in giving me a car that's on its last legs and I can do nothing with it. So you can't drive every lap at 100%. You've got to sort of give the car a chance to breathe, take it easy on the tyres most of the race, because if you drive it full tip the whole time, you're going to be left with tyres like balloons, brakes that are overheated. So, you know, you've got to have common sense, stay out of trouble the first lap. I always say, my quote will be in my gravestone, you don't win a race the first lap, you lose a race in the first lap. Get the first lap out of the way and then pick up the thread and stay with the guys in front and try to use a bit of tactics in the pit stops, maybe use the undercut, maybe use a bit of pressure to the guy in front to use the tyres a bit harder. And, you know, if you stay at the pit lane, stay at the gravel traps, you should see a checker flag and hopefully, touch wood, we'll see a podium.
Let's hope so. Well, the sun's come out, I think, for the first time this season, so it's certainly going to be a nice afternoon to race in at least.
New to the Lotus Cup UK this year are Mission Motorsport. Supported by Help for Heroes, the team's aim is to aid the recovery and rehabilitation of those affected by military operations by providing opportunities through motorsport.
The mission is here to provide these guys with the opportunity to do these things. They're guys that have come away from the military with injuries, psychological problems, a wide variety of stuff. And a lot of them are deflated and don't think they can do anything anymore. So Mission will take these guys, and if they want to drive, we'll get them in a car and we'll get them driving. If they want a mechanic, we'll get them qualified and we'll teach them everything they need to do. It's such a fantastic opportunity, and to see some of the lads coming through here, even myself, I came here a year and a half ago and now I'm running a Lotus. It's
truly an inspiring story. Now, obviously here at Rockingham, this is a learning experience, I think, for every driver. It doesn't matter how many times you go out here, this circuit really will provide something different. So the oval circuit is part of the circuit, then there's the intricate corners. It's certainly tricky out there, isn't it?
It is quite a tricky track. It's difficult on the car. We're learning as well a lot of different things, so especially with the car, we're new to the Lotus, so we're throwing a lot of curveballs out there and seeing what happens.
On row 7 of the grid is the father-son team of Martin and Stefan Donnelly. This is the first time we've seen the ex-Formula 1 driver in the Lotus Cup UK this year. Another driver we're seeing for the first time this year is Jason Baker on row 5. Row 3 sees defending champion Adam Knight and the current championship leader Ken Savage. And for the second round in a row, Adrian Hall starts on pole.
Now it's just moments before the race, so let's go and find out how some of the drivers are feeling. Now, Alex, obviously last time out, really successful, qualifying in P2. It's looking good for here at Rockingham.
Yeah, it's a really good result for me. Coming into this weekend, we had a lot of problems, especially at this track in particular, a lot of ABS failures and things like that. So it's definitely a really great result. Really happy to start in P2, and hopefully I can sort of get around Adrian Hall in the first corner.
Let's hope so. Well, we'll leave him there because he's got about 2 minutes before he gets ready for the race. Now, remember that he is obviously carrying the 45 kgs because he won last race as well. We can just see in the car there, Adam Ballon getting ready to drive out. I can see Ken Savage over in the corner there, so let's head over and just pick up Ken, see how he's feeling. I know we spoke to him just earlier about qualifying, so let's chase him down through the garages without knocking anything over. Let's just quickly grab a quick word with Ken. Ken, how are you feeling ahead of the race?
Yeah, looking forward to it. See what I can do.
See what you can do, indeed. Of course, he's having a successful qualifying as well. Now we'll walk a little bit further down the garages here and see who else we can find. I can see Jason Baker, so let me just shout, Jason, I'm going to head over here. Jason, how are you feeling ahead of the race?
Yeah, excited. Just hope that we have a clean first lap and get a win, hopefully.
Get a win, indeed. We'll see you after the race. Now, I think that's about all we can have time for, so we'll see you out on the grid in just a second.
Round 3 of Lotus Cup UK from Rockingham Motor Speedway in Corby. And the cars are just about to head off on their green flag lap now, led by Adrian Hall qualifying on pole position in the white Maidstone Sports Car Series 1 Exige, followed by Donington race winner Alex Reid in his Exige Cup R. That's car number 51. The second white car, Adam Gore in his white V6 Exige. Alex Reid and Adam Gore qualifying on exactly the same lap time on a 1:27.442. Alex Reid gets in second place by virtue of the fact that he set the time first. Adam Bowen takes fourth place in his green Lotus V6 Exige. Ken Savage taking fourth place overall in the yellow Lotus 211, followed by Adam Knight in his black Lotus V6 Cup R. A little bit further down, moving to the lead of the production runners, Jason Baker taking production pole in his Lotus Elise Series 1, followed by Daniel Rowbottom in his Series 1, and Ryan Savage taking third place in the yellow Lotus Series 1 production class car. The cars make their way around Gracelands and down towards Towers and Hairpin. The safety car will turn its lights off anytime now, and the cars will get ready to take up the start here at Rockingham for round 3 of Lotus Cup UK.
It's now time for a quick break, but don't go anywhere, as we'll be back here at Rockingham with all of the action.